The story of Lotus Edge is a perfect embodiment of the core values of the company: the winning spirit, the caring, the teamwork. All of the dedicated engineers, the collective wisdom of all of the talents and skills pooled here to bring Lotus Edge to life. In this series, we're going to shine a light on the technology, its subtleties, its sophistication, the people behind the program. We'll see physicians in action. We'll discuss next generation technology and the road ahead. This is the time for Lotus Edge. This is Reveal. Transcatheter aortic valve replacement has now become the standard of care for most patients with severe aortic valve stenosis. Patients who are frail and more vulnerable to the complications of surgery can be relieved from this condition, and beautifully, by simple, minimally invasive technology, and live a normal, natural life. So transcatheter technology has worked extremely well, but it hasn't been without its limitations.
Before TAVR, it depended on what type of risk patient you were. So for those high and extreme risk patients, surgery wasn't an option. Today, we offer a very safe and effective procedure for a subset of all patients, those with high and extreme risk.
These patients historically would have to have open heart surgery, and now they just have a small incision in their groin.
What really compelled us to invest in this landscape was the opportunity for us to provide a more controlled and predictable procedure. So could we come forward and bring an innovation into the marketplace that would allow physicians to see exactly how these valves will operate and function before we ever leave that valve behind?
The impetus for creating Lotus was that you can really release it when you want to. With other valves, you can't do that.
I think it's important to have a TAVR device where you can be comfortable to be able to position exactly where you want it, to reposition, to recapture. Really, with Lotus Edge, you're never at the point of no return.
The technology in terms of what Lotus Edge has to offer, for example, the adaptive seal, so that in fact we can really maintain the lowest PVL rates on the planet. If we can influence and prevent those leaks from occurring, we can have an effect on mortality. This innovation brought all that forward.
The engineers have done a really good job making something that's very complex feel really simple for the end users. That's what happens with the best types of engineering feats, the ability for a technology to do some things that are very precise, and I think Lotus Edge brings that experience to the physician.
These are very sick patients, but the environment for the whole staff is more relaxed, and I think that lends itself to better outcomes overall. And that's a huge motivator, but you also want to equip the operators who have to do these procedures with the best technology possible, where there's the opportunity for least amount of mistakes. And most of the technologies that are out there today, you don't have the opportunity of doing a redo. The opportunity with Lotus is that you do. No two patients are the same. The clinical setting is different. The disease morphologies are different. That in itself creates a demand for better technologies that can treat more patients with better outcomes. In that regard, I consider that we're on the front edge of a novel journey that's going to go for many years to come.
Whenever you create these devices, there's always some hiccups along the way, some things you need to modify, because we wanted to get the perfect device to the marketplace. I had a chance to go to Galway, and we sent one of our best leaders over there, Sean Gilligan, to see that engineering team work on this technology.
Product development is a journey of discovery. Every time you learn something new, it can propel you forward, or it can set you back emotionally. Taking an introspective look and saying, even though it might be okay and we feel good about it, how do we make it better?
This product is more than a product to the team that's working on this. In some ways, it's a vocation.
We're absolutely trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to save lives. We really believe in it.
We wanted to keep all the benefits of the repositionability, the mechanical expansion of the valve. In general, what we've done is make the device more robust to more patients, more clinical scenarios.